Great. Okay. So Daniel said, how do we paint a compelling picture of Island B with specifics when the results are very subjective and tough to measure around things like fulfillment, balance, etc.? Okay, so Daniel, are you here?
Yes, I am, Ted.
Okay, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Where are you zooming in from?
I am zooming in from East Coast Canada, New Brunswick.
Oh, beautiful. Great.
I
Okay.
suppose for you, I didn't need to qualify it as East Coast Canada. You would have, yeah, New Brunswick is enough, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, so this question of right, how do we hone Island B? So what is can you tell us a bit more about what you do, who you work with? Like what's Island A, what's Island B, what's your rough sense in like a minute or so?
I work with driven entrepreneurs who are feeling like they're more captive to their business rather than master. Just that overwhelm has set in, and left on its own, that can just lead towards spilling out into all the other areas of life, like relationships and health and burnout and all of those sorts of things. Not that they care about my method, but I work with a style called positive intelligence that just um, helps to deal with life's challenges from a positive perspective rather than a negative one, so that we can start to reframe how we see things and actually engage challenges with a healthy mindset.
Okay. So Island A is they're kind of overwhelmed by their business, is it?
Yeah, overwhelmed, cynical, on their way to burnout, tired, and just feeling like they have a job under a boss that they can't stand, which is themselves.
Okay. Right. Um, so if you had to sum up Island B in 3 words, what would it be?
Um, Island B in 3 words would be freedom,
Mhm.
relaxed accomplishment.
Okay, great. Here's the there's a few resources I want to recommend to everybody. So if you're struggling with articulating what's the result that I offer to people, there's a few things. One, if you go to marketingforhippies.com/value dash or just value slider, I think, or value dash slider. Maybe somebody will find the link and put it in the chat. But uh, it's a great tool for honing our offers. And part of that is articulating who is it for? That's one resource. But here's something I want to recommend everybody do. So when I talk about Island A and Island B, what I basically mean is your ideal clients, right? Currently, they're on Island A. They've got some problem that they don't know how to solve. They're in a certain situation. Yeah, they don't like it.
Mhm.
They want to be on Island B, which is a better situation where they'd be happier. And one of the best ways I know of to really hone this is to literally doodle it out, to draw it out, to sit down and draw a picture. So, for example, you draw a picture of this entrepreneur as they are in the current reality, burning out, overwhelmed, uh, yeah, hating this tyrant of a boss that is themselves, but draw that out. And here's the
Okay.
key to drawing this out is it's got to be somewhere. It's not just an entrepreneur floating in the white space of a page. They're sitting at a desk, they're going for a walk, they're out dancing at a club, they're lying in bed at night. You know what I'm saying? They're sitting there on Zoom.
Okay.
However, this environment is, that environment also has to be there that they would recognize. Number two, there should be a when, also like what time of day is this at? Right? Just you got to think of it as a picture. Like if you could meet your ideal client right at the breaking point where they finally realize this has to change now and I need help. That moment where they finally just, yeah. And you were there and you were invisible and you could take a picture. You want to draw that picture as well as you can. And then the same for Island B. And this is what I'm getting to is when you first start with the problem, start with the current situation they're living with, and then you draw Island B, which is what they're craving. And you want to draw a little doodle that if you showed them, they say, oh my God, that's exactly what I want. Oh my God, I want that.
Hmm.
But then you keep referencing that first picture, right? And it's like, what? Did I leave anything out? Because if it goes, you don't want it to change so dramatically that it's, first they're struggling at their desk and now they're out there building a castle. It's just like there's no connection between the two. They're on a rocket ship to Mars, but it doesn't make any sense. So it should still relate to their business in some way, probably, unless you help them, dissolve their business and move on. And drawing the picture helps with the tangibles because you're drawing things, physical things. Okay. Those pictures might include what they say to themselves. A little thought bubble might include what other people in the background are saying about them. But there can be a pile of emails they can't get through. There could be all those things. And it's important to get to what is the real core of it. Because if the core of it is overwhelm and burnout, then Island B is, okay, what's the opposite of that? Now, my guess is because they're entrepreneurs, they want to make money. So money has got to be in that first picture. And money's got to be in the second picture, but it's probably different. Yeah. So this is my best advice. When you're trying to hone Island B, do an image because it'll immediately make it more tangible rather than just abstract. Because we can get lost in the words sometimes, but a picture doesn't lie. A picture will be worth 1,000 words on this stuff. So that's where I would start.
That's fantastic. Thank you. I already have ideas. Like you said, that I had a mountain of words that wasn't really leading anywhere, but now a picture is starting to make it more clear.
Okay, that's great. And if anyone wants more help on this Island A, Island B thing, I've got an ebook called The Art of Relevance that you can get that really delves deep into this. So there you go. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for bringing it.
Thank you.
And also, for anyone else who wants more resources on this, Ingrid Lill does this. This is her whole thing, is helping entrepreneurs. She's a business coach with a pencil. She helps you draw and doodle out your situations. She's fantastic. IngridLill.com, Lill, or if you just search Ingrid Lill business coach on Google, you'll find her.